Good evening. I can see some friends here. Welcome. And I hope to meet the rest of you also by the end of the evening. I know we always nowadays time our events to have it in the evenings so that we can, get some time from you. During the daytime, it's become impossible to get, to get an audience with clients. So we are choosing this evening format, and I do hope you find it convenient. We'll try and keep it as short as possible. The reason why we're doing this event, every time we do something, we need to tell you why we're doing it, so that you get some more insight into how we are working with our products, services, and markets. We've seen a lot of progress, especially in the south of India, right? In the last few years, there's been so much of progress. There's so much of infrastructure being put into these states, and you see innovation everywhere. Right? And what's driving this innovation is what keeps us awake at night. Just trying to understand what is driving this progress. It's all easy to say that there's a lot of projects coming in, there's opportunities coming, the market's growing, but to cater to these new demands, what we've noticed is that there's a lot of innovation happening in the market, right? And this innovation is coming from not these large companies, but from the mid-sized companies. And that's the focus for us, because we believe that with the amount of work that we've done, with all these large companies that you saw in the video, with the amount of money that we put into research, we put in about $6 billion of cash into research every year, right? So you can imagine the difficulty of managing that much of money. And you have to find scientists. You have to hire scientists. You have to retain scientists, and they have to do productive work for you, right? So we've been doing a lot of work on the IT side, trying to keep consumers and customers ahead of the curve. But for us, a lot of the insight comes from clients like you. We watch and observe what happens in the market, and that information, that insight comes back to us, and we try and create something new from an IT perspective so that you will benefit. Your life becomes easier. So that's what we try and do, and today's event is no different. We are doing this in such a way that hopefully by the end of the evening, there is some food for thought in what we say. More importantly, what our customer has to say. Which is why we said that we will dedicate part of this evening to what insight we can offer to you from a live experience, from one of our clients' experience. So that is partly the agenda of today's evening. And of course, from an IBM perspective, I know we are 100 years old, but we can't afford to think like a 100-year-old company, right? We have to be absolutely agile, and we have to be nimble on our feet to be able to provide the technology that is powering the economy today. Right? I don't know if you've noticed, but these days it's very hard to find people without wires coming out of their ears. I'm sure you've noticed. Inside the car also people are sitting on wires. So this is appropriately the wired economy. Right? Everybody is connected, everybody is instrumented, and everybody is interconnected in some way or the other. And the world has clearly become a smaller place. Right? Now we have been working hard to get IT to perform at this level. Right? All our hardware, software solutions have to be cutting edge, and they have to deliver performance, reliability, availability. All these factors are important. Otherwise, you wouldn't buy from us. And we could not have built the reputation that we have built today of providing the best IT solutions for the world. So that's the other thing that we are doing today. We will continue to do it. And in India, the other thing I wanted to also mention is that we have taken up this challenge of being present in as many cities as possible. We are expanding geographically so that, as you can see from the map that we are showing, there's so much to cover in this country, and unless we are present physically in many locations, it is hard for customers to reach us. we can provide our support and services through business partners, which we do. But at the same time, business partners also need to be able to access us. And if every time they have to come back to head office or to a regional office to be able to talk to us, it becomes that much more difficult for us to respond to a client's need. Because today your needs have to be met immediately. Why? Because somebody else is able to do it. Right? So in that spirit, we are also opening offices across the country. We have about 45 locations today across. And we will continue to do that because we know there's a lot more ground to cover. So that's the other important thing that I wanted to mention. We are here for good. And being a domestic IT leader, it is our responsibility to make sure that we are also present where the customer is present. Right? And like I said earlier, innovation seems to be coming from all parts of the country. And if we are not there to sense it and get the insight from it, it becomes that much harder for us to keep up with competition. So that's just to give you a small, overview of IBM here. And of course, now I don't want to take more time because we are here to listen to the guest speaker. So I'd like to once again thank you all. I hope you find the evening effective and you take back some food for thought. And I look forward to meeting all of you later in the day. Thank you.